Okay, so this is the 2010 AT-AT Walker. It is new for August of 2010. And before I go any farther, I know it's been a really long time since I had a review, and I'm sorry for that. I had some things I had to take care of. I've been working a lot lately, and then I had to pay to fix my car. So it's haven't been able to spend too much money lately on Legos, but now I'm able to. So this is one of the sets I really wanted to get right as I saw they were releasing it, and mainly because I have the original one. This is the fourth AT-AT that Lego has released. There's the original that I have, and then the motorized, and then the mini, and now this one. And there's a lot of interesting things about this one compared to the old one that I'm going to go over. So, but first of all, this new one is 815 pieces and $120 US retail. Got it at Toys R Us yesterday, Black Friday. So, very cool. Pretty interesting as far as the design and the level of detail. And and you also get 7 minifigures with this one. Or excuse me, 8 minifigures. And I'll go over those in a little bit. So, but first, I'll get the other one out that I have, the original, and you'll be able to see kind of exactly what I'm talking about. There's the difference between the two. The original one right here is from 2003, so 7 years ago. It is 1,065 pieces, and when it came out it was only $100 US retail. So right away the old one is 200 more pieces for $20 less. So you can really see how much the kind of cost of Legos has gone up. And the old one is only 4 minifigures, but I'd rather have more Walker. You can see the size difference. The older one is just a little bit taller. He's about 4 studs taller, and he's about the same length, but everything about the old one is just more detailed. You see here in the back on the new one, a little bit thinner as compared to the old one. Just a little bit more detail. The old one just looks a lot more armor plated to me, especially in the legs. You can see the difference. So pretty interesting. That's not to say that the new one is bad. The old one is just better. It's just a little bit more of everything in every little way. But we'll get back into that in a little bit. So minifigures for the new one, you get a C-3PO, standard C-3PO. No R2-D2. I don't know why you just get a C-3PO. But I guess if they're going off the movie, C-3PO went with Han, Chewie, and Leia, and R2 went with Luke. So I guess that's what they're doing. You get a Luke Skywalker or a Han Solo. If it will focus. There we go. And I don't know if this is a rare Han Solo. I'm not sure if it's the same one that you get in the second Millennium Falcon, where they escape from Hoth. So I'm not sure if that's a unique Han Solo. I'm sure everybody will tell me. And then you get a little Rebel dish turret with a Rebel. There he is. So pretty cool. And then the little dish turret just kind of, oh, stand up. There we go. It just kind of spins, and that's it. You can raise and lower it. So, Walker itself, you get a AT-AT pilot. And interestingly enough, there's actually no controls on the inside. So you can see the seat for him to sit in. But this is the same AT-AT pilot that you get with the Snowtrooper Battle Pack. He's not different in any way. So there's that guy. And then on the side here, you have a Luke Skywalker hanging on for dear life. And the interesting thing about this Luke Skywalker, first of all, he comes with a whip. That is a whip piece that's been around forever. I know some people won't recognize it, but it's a very, very old piece. I have a lot of these from very old Lego sets, like 90s Lego sets. But he comes with a whip instead of a rope. Unlike the older one, you see he has the rope that he's hanging off of. So I don't know why they did that, but we'll compare those in a second. And then on the side here, lift this up, and this whole little center section pulls out of there. And you get two snowtroopers, which are the exact same as all the other ones now. Then you get General Veers. And I believe General Veers, I know General Veers, there's a minifigure that looks exactly like him in the Snowtrooper Battle Pack. The only difference is this guy has a different face. It's just slightly different, but it's basically the same thing. So there's that, and then this little, oh, stand up. And then this little sled has some controls, and you got some spare guns, and there's some seats for the troopers. And then that's basically it for the inside. So to compare it real quick, on the old one, open up the lid the same way. Here is the old AT-AT pilot, way different from the new one, and he actually has controls in there. You see the difference. But there's the old one and the new one, so you can see the difference. Pretty interesting. Chest pieces are the exact same, but the helmets are very different. The new helmets are way better, but it does look a little bit too big, I'll say. And then you get a Luke Skywalker. If I can get him to kind of let go of his little gun there. Come on. There we go. And the Luke Skywalker is very different from the new ones, obviously. He's got the yellow face, traditional Lego yellow, as opposed to the flesh color. Stand up. My goodness. There we go. You can see the difference right there. There we go. And I actually do like, as much as I like the original stuff, the new Luke's helmet, his rebel kind of pilot helmet, is way better than the old one. There's just more detail there. He's got a little detail on the side too. Come on. There we go. And then his chest piece is a little bit more detailed. But the old Luke does have the chrome lightsaber as opposed to the kind of grayish one. And then on the inside here of the old one, raise up this panel. You get one snowtrooper over here. And you raise up this side panel. And pull this little section out, and you get one snowtrooper here. So, a little bit different, you can see. Snowtrooper is the exact same. There's no difference there. The exact same. But pretty interesting design as far as the original one goes. You got these spare seats, which I really like, but I also like the fact that you just get one. You can kind of pull everybody out with one piece on the new one. But the old one still has more stuff. If you come here in the back, you raise up this back panel, split the rear, fold this down, you get a speeder bike, which is really sweet. And you can see there's a big space in there. So you get a little extra with this one. as opposed to the new one. If you go to the new one, you can see it's a lot shorter in the tail section, and you open these up and there's just nothing in there. And the other thing, this is kind of weird, this doesn't stay up, you have to kind of balance it. It's just on a rod, it just sits there. So if you ever put something back there, if you want to close it up, you have to kind of balance it because it's just loose. So, not sure why they did that, but they did. So, there's that for you to compare. I will say that there's really nothing wrong with the new one. I like the new one a lot. I actually like the cockpits, the heads a little bit better in the new one. I like the longer guns as opposed to kind of the shorter guns. You can see what I'm talking about. But everything else about the old one is it's just 10% bigger in every way. It's just got a little bit more detail. You can see there's like wires and cables and little notches over here, and then this one is just kind of the extender piece, and then the guns have these little armor plating pieces, and there's little bits over here, and this one's just kind of on the side, and the legs have these detailed pieces right here, and then on the feet it's got these little armor plates right here, and then this one's just kind of standard and skinny. So I mean, there's really nothing wrong with the new one. There's nothing wrong with it. Except for the price. The price is ridiculous. But if you really just want to get an AT-AT, get the new one. It's easy to find. Just go to Toys R Us or a Lego store. It's very easy to build. It just takes a little bit of time. You get 8 minifigures, which is great. You get a walker. Like it's not bad at all. If you really want to collect something though, the old one is just worth it in every way. It's just that much cooler. You get stuff they don't make anymore. You get yellow Luke Skywalker, you get the original AT-AT pilot, and you get more troop storage because you got the little extra seats, and you get a speeder bike, and it just looks cooler. Like it almost looks Ultimate Collector Series, like good. It's almost that good. So, but on the flip side, the original one is very expensive now because they haven't made it for 7 years. So if you were to find it now, it would probably be $200 or $300 on like eBay or Bricklink or Amazon or wherever else. I don't usually buy from Amazon because they're usually way too expensive. I don't really encourage buying from Amazon. But like I said, there's nothing wrong with the new one. If you just want to kind of expand your army a little bit. The main reason I got the new one is just to do that, to make my army a little bit bigger. Just because it's cool to have two. The only thing cooler than one AT-AT walker is having a second one. So very cool. I have no plans to get the motorized one. It doesn't look that good to me, and it's just too expensive. And I don't need 3 walkers. So there's that basically. As far as more reviews that I'm going to be doing, I really want to get Grievous' Starfighter for 2010, and I know that one's cheap, so I'll get that one sooner than later. I really want to get the Ultimate Collector Series Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter, and I want to get the Ultimate Collector Series Imperial Shuttle. The problem is those are both very expensive. I think it's like $100 and $260. So I will get those eventually. Just when I get more money. And then also, one of my good friends is going to let me borrow 2 of his sets that I can build and review, and they are very rare. It's a surprise. I don't want to say what it is right now, but they're very rare. They're old. They're like 6-7 years old, and I know a lot of you have asked me to review them, so look for those reviews coming out soon. I think within the next week or so. He's got to go through his collection and kind of like find all the pieces for me. and make sure everything's there. So I will be doing more reviews quite soon. So there is that. Thanks for kind of everybody who didn't abandon me while I was saving money and not putting out reviews. If you want to see the full review of this guy, the old one, I do have a full review of him. It's been online for 6 months now. But 2010 AT-AT Walker, worth getting, easy to build, just a little too expensive right now. Maybe now that it's after Thanksgiving there should be some good deals somewhere. But it's still good. This one is just a little bit better, but there's nothing wrong with this one. So thank you for watching. More reviews coming out soon, I promise. It won't be 2 months this time. So yeah, there's that for you.